I want to talk about this thing called religion. We all are products of our environment. What I'm saying is we all been taught religion since we've been yay high. Therefore, religion is deep down inside of us. Some of us anyway. You know, when I started living for Christ, I had the baggy clothes, I had the tattoos. I thought that I had no religion. I thought I wasn't religious. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought, religion and tradition were the same thing, which they are. But religion is deeper than tradition. Religion is a bully. Religion is a spirit that wants to control people's lives, tell them how they can live and how they can't live, what they can do and what they can't do. Religion, it's not God. It ain't. It's actually a spirit of the enemy. You see, religion has always been on the scene, especially back when Jesus came on the scene. The Pharisees, the Sadducees, the teachers of the law, they were people who were licensed to preach the gospel. And they didn't like Jesus. One, because he was proclaiming the gospel, but he was doing it outside of their guidelines. Two, because he was winning people over, which means they was losing people, which means they was losing control, if that make any sense. So what the Pharisees, Sadducees, and teachers of the law tried to do was control Jesus. But Jesus wasn't going for it. They were trying to tell him how to run his ministry. He wasn't going for it. And he was putting them in their place. Therefore, they had to come up with a scheme. Since they couldn't have control over his ministry or him, they got in everybody else's head, got them routed up so that they could just kill Jesus. And that's what we got going on in today's society. People are still religious. They want to have control over other people's lives. They want to have control over other people walk with Christ. They want to have control over their ministry. And when they can't have control over their ministry, they have to go and say bad stuff to get people not to like the people, because they're not doing it in their guidelines. Religion is a thing to keep people in a box state of mind. Things has to be done this way. It has to be done that way. It wants to control things. Check this out. This is the deadly thing about religion. If you go back to Adam and Eve, they was already like gods. The enemy shows Eve the fruit, get inside her head and get her to think that she could have more power. And that's what's wrong with the world today. People want more power. They want control. That's why you got people that walk around acting as if they higher than what they really are. Anyways, she eats the fruit and she thought she was gaining more power, but actually she lost the power that she had. What am I saying? God has given each and every one of us power and control over ourselves. But when we try to take power and control over somebody else's life, we fall for the trick and we actually lose power and control over ourselves. Because we so focused on what somebody else is doing, we lose sight of what we doing ourselves. Don't fall for it. Ask yourself, is religion in me? Am I trying to control people's lives? Am I trying to run them, tell them what they can and can't do? Jesus was a light. Nowadays, a lot of people want to do a lot of this right here instead of doing a lot of this right here. You don't have to run your mouth all the time. Shine. That's what I do. I try to shine as much as I can. But how can you shine if you have no control over your life?